Hi, everybody. Fiora Script here as the co-host.
So as you can see, I've got my Flash shirt on, my TARDIS poster here, and my the other thing. What's it called? Keyblade.
Keyblade.
Yes. So that's just a hint of a few talking about today. But let's
I have a surprise story for those of you who don't know about it. That's why it's a surprise.
Even I don't know what this story is, folks. I don't know if it's from Comic-Con. I doubt it because I was very thorough when looking through Comic-Con.
Well, it has something to do with comics, but that's all the hints I'm going to give out.
She wrote a comic. Anyways, let's get to the beginning.
Yeah.
So I think it was the CW, but one of the networks, I forget which one, probably should have put that in my notes, is rebooting Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Joss Whedon will be back. People don't really like this for some reason. And I hope it's not for...
I used to love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Buffy the Vampire Slayer was one of my favorite shows.
I didn't really get into it that much, to be honest.
I used to love Buffy the Vampire Slayer, especially for the two vampires with souls, Angel, otherwise known as Angelus, and Spike.
Angel got a
Spike
spin-off.
was a hilarious vampire.
I know that Angel got a spin-off.
And Angel, he plays on this other television show called Bones.
I was going to mention that. Yeah. The only detail we know right now is that the lead is going to be black. So, that's all we've got at the moment. I hope that people are upset about this reboot. I don't know if it's just because it's a reboot and they, they hate Hollywood reboots. I hope it has nothing to do with the race of the person playing Buffy, because that'd be kind of crappy, or very.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I don't know. I never got into Buffy that much. Buffy
was awesome, and then there was the spin-off television series called Angel, which was pretty much based on the vampire. That show was awesome.
Speaking of shows that are sort of reboots of old properties, Titans. Like
Powerpuff Girls.
No, I mean, that was a segue to the next story. Teen Titans. The live-action Titans got a trailer. And
I'm just talking about reboots in general.
There's a bit
reboots suck.
There's a bit of controversy for this new Batman, and not new Batman's involved in the controversy. There's a bit of controversy for this Titans show because when Robin's beating up some thugs in an alleyway, someone's like, "Where's Batman?" He's like, "Fuck Batman," and people don't like that. People don't like that.
No, because Batman was Robin's idol, even in the Batman movies.
Yeah, he trained Robin, and now it's just like Batman. I don't know Robin to curse either. This is very Can you tell that they're going for dark and edgy?
Oh, so edgy.
You know how Hollywood is, dark and gritty. Because, The Dark Knight was successful, and it was dark and gritty. If I may quote Eric from this channel, Pretty Much It. Link in the description? Maybe. Anyways, and once I'm done being live, link for all these stories in the description. But yeah,
real quick, while we're still on the topic of Batman, I know a lot of people really did not like Jim Carrey being the character of the Riddler. I thought he was an epic Riddler. I really hope that he reprises the role if they ever decide to do another Riddler character. I know people are going to hate me for that, but dab on the haters.
He gave off more of a different Batman villain vibe. I feel like you know where I'm going with this. He gave off a different Batman villain vibe, and I feel like you know where I'm going with this.
Where?
Joker. all that energy and the wild craziness, that's the Joker. Like, just
kind of. I think that the recent Joker, I forgot the guy's name, take away my nerd points, but the recent Joker from
Suicide Squad.
What movie was it? Not Suicide Squad, but
before that,
remember he dressed up in a nurse's outfit and blew up the hospital?
You mean Heath Ledger's Joker from The Dark Knight? People love that Joker.
I know, right? It was perfect.
That movie actually recently became 10 years old. You know, like the 10-year release from it was just before Comic-Con, or like during, I think, around Comic-Con. That's really spooky. Just around Comic-Con. That's like, oh, it's 10 years old now. Almost as if they planned it that way when they were planning Comic-Con. Who knows? Anyways.
Insert X-Files theme here.
Anyways, we were talking about Titans. Now, this is one of those exclusive to the DC streaming app shows. So unless you pay for that, you won't even have access to the show, which a lot of people are hating on. I think it's one of those shows. Speaking of DC hero shows, Stargirl. I don't know who Stargirl is, but Jeff Johns is set to write it, and it's another one for the DC Universe streaming platform. I know next to nothing. I probably should have done some research on this character. That's it. That's all I've got for Stargirl. Let me check the comments real quick. No comments. Anyways,
no comments.
Speaking of DC, here's a Marvel story. The Uncanny X-Men comic series is coming back. They're going to start writing that again. Time for
my surprise! Time for my surprise!
Oh, surprise! Yay!
They're bringing back Wolverine.
Wolverine left the comic. See, I haven't read a lot of comics. So
hold on. There was this one comic called The Death of Wolverine. Actually, it was a comic series.
I've killed him a few times, though. But yeah.
And now Wolverine is coming back.
Is he coming back?
They're bringing him back to life.
Is he coming back in Uncanny X-Men?
I don't know. I think he's coming back in his own title.
That makes sense, though. Wolverine has had his own title in the past. But yeah, Uncanny X-Men, apparently a lot of people like the Uncanny X-Men series. I need to get more comics because I have like 4 or 5. One's a Doctor Who comic.
Published I got a Deadpool comic.
And it was published by Marvel, my Doctor Who one. So, but yeah, that's coming back. Marvel has like an official thing on their website about that. By the way, the Buffy story and the Stargirl story, those are both, what was I going to say? Those are both in articles. The Titans thing was obviously a trailer. Speaking of trailers for things that are owned by Disney, but not originally made by Disney, Star Wars. Dun, 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 dun. More specifically, Star Wars Clone Wars. I'd heard of the show. I'd never seen it. Apparently, a lot of people like the cartoon, and it's coming back.
I've seen it once or twice, and yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, people, it was like Clone Wars, hashtag Clone Wars saved, or something like that. It's not a reboot or something like that. It's going to be a continuation. It's like season 7, I think it is. So that show is coming back. I don't know what network it's going to be on. Probably Cartoon Network, because I think it was on that one before. But yeah, Star Wars Clone Wars is returning, and people were hyped. Or, like, I had seen, like, oh, hey, that show's on. I'm not really... This was before I was... I didn't always like Star Wars like I did now. No one leaves Sith. That was my angry online
impression. Reggie, mind if I share a personal story right now?
I guess we could hop that in real quick before the next story that people will be very hyped for. But yes, now the anticipation. Anyways.
Okay, so one time, whenever me and my dad were at Walmart, we went past the bra section, and Dad pointed at one of the bras, and he's like, "Look, a Yoda bra. Supportive they are," in a Yoda voice.
Well, that is relevant to the story I just mentioned, so I'm glad for that, because I didn't know if it was going to just be random, but that makes sense, and that is funny. Funny joke. Now, if you get that reference, comment down below. But don't say it out loud with the references page. I want to see people get it. Anyways, speaking of Cartoon Network possibly being the network that has this show, there's another Cartoon Network show that is got a clip and a release year, Infinity Train. I've been hearing about this since like last year. People really want this.
Infinity Train, is it a train that goes on forever?
Honestly, I think that might be part of the plot. You're joking, but I feel like that's part of the plot. So, and then there's like a number on this girl's hand. I think she had in like little clip trailer thing. She had a screensaver, and it was the pipes. You know the pipe screensaver where they like move around the screen. I felt
the pipes are calling.
I was thinking about saying that. But yeah, that's coming out next year. I didn't say it in the video, but in the description of the video from Cartoon Network, it said 2019. So, you know, they officially put that in the trailer video description. So or the clip video description. So I'm assuming that, you know, basically confirmed. Speaking of DC, this has nothing to do with DC. Young Justice, Outsiders. Yes, Young Justice is finally getting a season 3, and people are happy for that. People are happy for Infinity Train too, because people haven't been happy with Cartoon Network's cartoon lineup lately. Cartoon Network cartoon lineup. Anyways, so this looked like a glimmer of hope off in the distance. Like, it looks like it's an actually good cartoon for the network.
Oh my god, shiny new cartoon.
There's people haven't been liking a lot of that, although they like Adventure Time and Gumball and Steven Universe.
Those are fairly good cartoons.
Speaking of Steven Universe, we'll get to him later. Anyways.
Oh my god, the anticipation all of them.
Young Justice Outsiders is the name of season 3. Apparently, there's like love interest between the Green Arrow's sidekick, who's I didn't follow the show, so and it's gonna be on this. It's gonna be
take away 5 nerd points from you.
It's gonna be it was before I was really getting into superheroes, so I was busy with YouTube and trying to be a YouTuber. Yeah, but Richie, you're still
1.5 nerd points.
Yeah, but Richie, you're still not successful on YouTube. That's not the point.
You will be soon, Richie.
A self-deprecating humor is what YouTubers do. Anyways, Young Justice, there's a young green alien like the Martian Manhunter. Don't say it. I know what you're thinking. Don't say
Martian Manhunter.
No, you wouldn't get it. Anyways, like this younger versions, younger apprentices to all the heroes. Hence, Young Justice, like a Young Justice League. But you guys,
so wouldn't they actually be part of DC? You said they weren't part of DC.
What did I say? No, I was saying Infinity Train isn't, but this is DC. This is definitely DC. It's so DC.
Take away 5 nerd points from me.
It's so DC. It's a part of the DC app. It's another exclusive show. Do you see a pattern here? Are you seeing the pattern? Because I know I am. Titans.
Yeah, everything is getting put on apps now, and TVs will soon be obsolete.
That's actually what people have been theorizing. It's all about streaming and making people pay for that service. And that's why TV shows aren't as successful on TV, because no one wants to sit down and watch a TV show. Hello, DVR. That's what I do. I'm lazy. I DVR everything.
I just don't watch TV in general. It's too much of a hassle.
I'm going to DVR the roast of Bruce Willis because that seems funny.
Meanwhile, off topic, I can do a Pikachu impression.
Wait. Before you do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do it.
Pika! Pikachu!
I pulled up my Pikachu for that.
Yay!
Speaking of superhero shows, The Gifted, which is about speaking of the next generation of superheroes in shows, The Gifted, which is about young mutants that discover their powers and stuff. I meant to watch season 1 and I was too lazy and I didn't watch it, so screw it.
Speaking of the mutant stuff, has anybody else out there ever watched the extremely old X-Men cartoons that they used to show on Boomerang?
Dun 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 dun.
Yes, that one. Oh, I used to have both videotapes that they came out with, like VHS tapes.
That was on Netflix for a while.
Never been open.
Nerd His Return, Godzilla. Oh no, Matt, don't get ahead of yourself. By the way, I'm reading the comments. He's like Godzilla news or not sure nerd. Don't get ahead of yourself, okay? I have that. I'm starting with the not as good stories. Or the stories I'm not as interested in.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
I don't know. Well, that's older. That's from like the 60s. The X-Men show you're talking about was from the 90s. See,
I used to watch reruns of Spider-Man and his amazing friends back on Boomerang whenever I was like 5.
What was the story I was talking about, by the way? Making sure. Oh yeah, The Gifted. We got so sidetracked. The Gifted.
Yep, that's what happens on this channel.
Young Mutants. That's there's nothing I can really say. I hadn't seen this, and I'm a whole season behind. It's an X-Men show basically, but like the next X-Men, the next generation. That's a joke that hasn't been run to the ground because there was Star Trek: The Next Generation, so now everything the next generation. Anyways, speaking of shows set in a different time from the other things, you know how Paige, you know how I did that like joke, like a little fake news story earlier before we started to like let you know like how this would go?
No, refresh my memory.
It was about the Superman. A fake
Hit F5 on my brain and refresh my memory.
Well, the reason I mentioned that it was about Superman is because we got Krypton, the prequel story about Superman and stuff, and apparently he's disappearing from the timeline in this trailer thing. Brainiac is going to be there, and Doomsday.
Huh.
I didn't see season 1 because I didn't know when it started to air, and I'm behind on everything. Put all these shows on Netflix, please, so I can watch them and catch up and then DVR them and watch them. I don't know why I still have stuff on my DVR since we're going to be losing our house. Everything's going to be fine. Don't worry about little...
Everything will be all right.
Speaking of twos, Fantastic Beasts 2. Johnny evil in this. Apparently there was some controversy a little last year or something with Johnny first. Well, yeah, he's going to be in this movie still because he was in the first one. So, and he's important to the story. His character is so. Yeah, Johnny Depp is still going to be. Anyways, Fantastic Beasts 2. I'm mildly excited for this. I saw the first one after it came into theaters, or after it was out of theaters and stuff. Did you see the first Fantastic Beasts?
Nope.
It was okay. People really like Pirates. We have nothing on that. Sorry. Sorry, that was like a setup for nothing. But speaking of properties owned by Disney, because Pirates is what else is Marvel, like Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man, the video game. That's
gonna be necessary.
That's a real big stretch, Richie. That segue is terrible. Anyways, what was that you just said, by the way?
Something about a new Spider-Man?
Yes, there's a new Spider-Man game. Matt, what is DVR? DVR is when you can record a show when it's airing and watch it later. I don't know what DVR stands for. And quite frankly, I'm too lazy to look it up.
Digital video recording.
Digital video recording? That makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, now we know what DVR probably stands for, unless you know that for a fact and you're just stating it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, Spider-Man video game. It looks good. The story is like the villains of the city are all banding together and trying to make Spider-Man look bad and stuff, and like he's now a public enemy. They don't want his. They're trying to get the city to be like, no, we don't want your. What's the word they use? No, see, I was gonna say vandalism, but that's not right. Vigilantism.
Terrorism? Okay.
We don't want your. He's illegal, technically speaking, so we don't want your vigilantism anymore.
Okay, now while we're on the topic of Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, as far as I'm concerned, is the only Spider-Man and Peter Parker that will ever be accepted in my eyes. Because it takes a lot of effort to be able to play the normal person, but anybody can be the hero.
I feel like he was a good Peter Parker, but as for Spider-Man, he didn't have like the sass that Spider-Man has in the comics and stuff. I haven't read the comics, but I know that people say he's got like quips and one-liners. As for Andrew Garfield, he was too tall to be the nerdy little Spider-Man. He was too much to be little Spider-Man.
Now, if Tobey Maguire had Andrew Garfield's wit, he would be the absolute perfect role for it.
And then we come to Tom Holland. I think he did. I saw the movie. I saw the Spider-Man Homecoming. I liked it.
I didn't see it. Now, the one where... How do I put this? The one where he was just in a flood of spiders raining down from the ceiling. That movie absolutely blew butthole.
I don't like spiders. People didn't like Spider-Man. People didn't like Spider-Man 3. They said there was too many villains and stuff.
Oh, I love Spider-Man 3. That one was amazing. I loved the way they incorporated Venom. I absolutely loved it.
Controversy.
Also, in Spider-Man 3, Eddie Brock was played by the guy who acted as Eric from that 70s show.
He was in a few other things too, but I can't think of them right now. And I share a birthday with James Franco, I think.
James Franco? Who's he?
Harry.
Harry Potter?
Osborn.
Oh, Harry Osborn. Okay.
So I share a birthday with Spider-Man's best friend.
Yes, but then he turns villain, seeing as his dad, who was the Green Goblin, died in the comics.
Norman Osborn, Willem Dafoe.
And then Harry Osborn decided to take up the role as the Green Goblin.
But then if you saw the ending of the movie, which lots of people did probably, he became good again. It was a stupid misunderstanding. And a lot of people are upset that, like, well, okay, his butler saw that he was doing all this, like, villainous stuff, and he didn't think to tell him, no, your dad died from his own glider. That's a big issue people have.
Yeah, which the glider thing did happen in, like, I think the first or second movie?
It was the second movie.
Sure.
And throughout the whole... Yeah. It was the first movie. Throughout the whole second movie, he's like, I don't like Spider-Man. And then throughout the whole third movie, he's trying to kill Spider-Man. And then his butler's like, you know what? Actually, it's not even his fault. It's not Spider-Man's fault. It's your dad's fault. It's like, where were you, like, the past two movies, dude? That's an issue people have. Right?
Yeah, but throughout the entire Green Goblin series in the comics, Harry Osborn as the Green Goblin never found out that his dad was killed by his own glider, and always tried to kill Spidey, no matter what.
I didn't know that. See, there's a lot of stuff because I need to read more comics. But back to the game.
Well, I know this stuff because my dad, he has a whole crap ton of comics that he lets me read.
Jealous. Anyways. There's not really... Oh, it's made by Sony. This game, not Sony. Oh my gosh. It's going to be on PlayStation 4. It's made by Insomniac. You might remember those guys as the guys who made Ratchet and Clank.
Mm-hmm.
And I very much like Ratchet and Clank. They also made a little series called Jak and Daxter.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Jak and Daxter. Or was that... No, that was Naughty Dog that made Jak and Daxter. I'm confusing things. No, wait, I'm thinking PlayStation 1. They made Spyro. I don't know. I'm getting my video game facts confused. Deduct nerd points. Let's go 3. For the original trilogy of this Ratchet and Clank.
Now, I don't know much about video games, but did they make Banjo-Kazooie?
No. Oh, no. Sorry. I thought you had more to your sentence. No, that was...
No. Did they make Banjo-Kazooie and Crash Bandicoot?
No, that was... Crash Bandicoot was made by Naughty Dog, which made Jak and Daxter. And Banjo-Kazooie was made by a completely different company from Insomnia and Naughty Dog. They were made by Rare and was Nintendo exclusive until Rare was bought by Microsoft, and then nuts and bolts happened. We don't talk about that. But yeah, this game looks okay. JonTron. Anyways, this game, I'm semi-excited for this. Speaking of Marvel properties, good segue because Iron Fist Season 2. All we got was a short little scene of him fighting some guys in an alleyway, and he's about to get outnumbered when he makes his fist glow because he can do that. And he punches the ground, but just before he's about to connect, cuts to logo or whatever, and it just... You hear the impact, but that's it. I feel a little cheated out of my fight scene. But anyways, September 7th though, we at least know when that's going on to Netflix.
Woo!
I saw season 1. A lot of people didn't like the show. I thought it was lacking. It wasn't terrible. And then people thought because season 1 wasn't that good, it brought the Defenders down. All right, this is just terrible. I still need to see Punisher. I said that when I did that Nerdy News. I still need to see Punisher. But yeah, you don't know much about Iron Fist, do you?
Not much.
He trained in, I think it was Kowloon. I don't remember where he trained anymore, but he trained in a city that is only open once every X amount of years. Monks saved him after a plane crash. There's a lot of lore. It's very... I need to rewatch that. Speaking of... Nope, no good transition here. Better Call Saul Season 4.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer. I like the joke at the beginning of the trailer. Why did God invent snakes before he made lawyers? He needed to practice.
Hey, Richie, that brings me to a joke that I have that I want to share.
Absolutely. This is a joking place. Just don't make it too funny.
Okay.
No, that's funny. You can't say that.
How did it go again?
Maybe if I said...
What does Spider-Man do in his free time?
I feel like the answer is, I don't know. What?
He surfs the web.
That's not where I thought that was going, but that's funny. I like that. Speaking of funny jokes, Better Call Saul 2, Season 4, there was the other part to that spider joke, or the snake lawyer joke was, he said, That's the only lawyer joke I have because all the rest are true stories. All the other jokes about lawyers, how cheap and evil they are. Anyways, that comes out Monday, August 6th on AMC. Yeah, but we all know. Speaking of AMC, Fear the Walking Dead Season 4, Sunday, August 12th.
Yay!
Morgan from The Walking Dead is going to be in this, but wait, I hear you say, it's a prequel. Well, it's going to be a younger version of the character. Same actor, but younger version of the character. I don't know what they're doing with it. I don't know the show. I didn't see a whole lot of it, so I'm not that into it. Any comments? Any new comments? No. Okay, no viewers right now. That's okay. I think I'm still on page. What page am I on? I think. Yep, I'm still on page 1 of all these nerdy news stories. Anyways, speaking of Fear the Walking Dead and the Walking Dead franchise, Walking Dead Season 9. We got a trailer for that. Do you care about spoilers from the show, girl? We got to see a little bit more of Negan. Well, you don't even know who Negan is. Never mind. You don't even know who Negan is. You probably haven't been caught up with the show.
Probably not. Negan to see more of that.
Negan is just locked up, taunting Rick like, when things go to, and they will go to, you come see me and talk to me about that day. Negan's just so full of himself. He thinks he knows what's best. Looks like things are going to go bad for everyone this season because Andrew Lincoln leaving the show after this season. There's an article down below talking the actor who plays Rick, like a vital character to the show, is leaving.
Oh yeah, they're killing him off.
People think that they saw his like zombie or whatever in the they don't know what's going on. They're not prepared. I'm not prepared.
Yeah, Dad.
Oh, we have a breaking story.
We can just set them on.
We have a breaking story. This is interesting. Oh, yeah. What news do you have? Live action news. I thought there was a new development just now. Oh, I thought you had a new development. Never mind. Then let's move on to page 2. We're finally moving on.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute. Goosebumps 2 the movie.
Yes, but that's like over a week old, and I'm not that excited about that. It doesn't look that good. It's called Haunted Halloween, and Killer Gummy Bears, not that scary.
I think it's kind of funny, actually.
Like, they're mini gummy bears, and they grow bigger, and I'm like, this looks okay.
Yeah, I think that's actually kind of funny.
The Goosebumps monsters that are, like, getting bigger from behind Slappy in the store in the trailer, they look like they're costumes and not the actual monsters. I don't like that at all. But yeah, Goosebumps, Haunted Halloween. Speaking of Halloween, the actual movie Halloween, dun 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 dun. We have a poster. That's it. We have a poster. I'm excited for this movie because it basically retcons the entire timeline. Before okay, so the events of the first movie.
For a minute, coffee break.
Coffee break. Well, can I continue talking about my story then?
Coffee break. Continue on.
Well, yeah. So with this Halloween, it's like set however many years later from the last movie to when this movie's coming out later this year. Laurie Strode, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, has been preparing and hoping that Michael gets out. She actually has been praying, like, I prayed for Michael to get out. Well, the guy's like, why would you do that? In the trailer, and she was like, so that he would come and find me and I could finally kill him or something like that. So she's been waiting for the showdown for 30-something odd years. She wants to kill Michael finally after all this time. So like the second movie where she's like at a hospital and he finds her didn't happen. The third movie that doesn't have Michael in it at all, people don't even consider that part of the timeline anyways. What else? What else? Yeah, but all the other movies did not happen. The movie where her character died before, I think it was like Halloween Resurrection, that didn't happen. Halloween H2O, that didn't happen. All these different movies, gone. And now we're left with this is supposed to be the finale, the last one. This is it. All right, because they're getting old. The actor and actress that play Michael and Laurie Strode, they're getting old. They can't keep doing this forever. You can tell she's getting old. She looks old. She's playing a grandma in this one. I was supposed to just talk about the poster and how menacing Michael looks, but no, I gotta talk about this movie. Build up some hype, because I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this new Halloween movie. I don't know if you can tell, but recently I've got into Halloween more. And if you see on my channel, cue the flashback. We have the tech. We'll just edit that in, and it feels so good. Too much chocolate milk, because I had a pre-live show chocolate milk. Yeah, Masked Boy kills for fun. Mainly going after no, yeah. So in like one of the sequels, it was said that Laurie Strode is his sister. It's Michael's sister, but that's like been retconned, and that's not a thing anymore. Some people think that theorize that all the movies that exist in our world, those are all like movies in the world of Michael Myers, the movie world. This next movie, because it's all been retconned. And with the permission of my co-host, should I just move to the next story since you still have your coffee break? I don't know what to do now because I'm done talking about Halloween. I hear breathing. Hello? Oh, they're back. You didn't hear any of what I said just then, did you? What?
I said Marco Polo.
You told me to sound like Keyblade. It's always there. Always close to my heart. It's where I sleep. This is where I sleep, by the way, on a futon. Anyways, yeah, you didn't hear me. What? Are you excited for the new Halloween movie?
The what?
The new Halloween movie?
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Halloween, this next story literally has nothing to do with Halloween, though it does have something to do with a monster. The King of Monsters. That's right. You all know him and love him. I can't do a Godzilla roar. Godzilla. See, Matt, you had to be patient. It was like the
wait. I know what to do. I know what to do for the Godzilla sound effect thing.
Oh, and 11 from Stranger Things is going to be in this. She was like the first person we see in the trailer. It's like, oh, hey, I'm in here. I'm part of
Okay, so you wanted the Godzilla sound effect?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. How's that?
A little bit quiet on my end, so the other people probably didn't hear it that much, but I liked it. Oof.
Okay.
But yeah, Godzilla King of Monsters trailer. It looks like they're supposed to be like humans are like a parasite to the planet, and
well,
Godzilla.
That's nothing different from what everything else is.
Godzilla and all the kaiju are actually like the antibodies that like heal the planet if like a disease comes, but the people need to find all the different kaiju, and you see Godzilla just point his head up in the air, shoot his lightning up. It's like,
wait a minute,
yes.
Bring that sound effect again.
Okay. Why did you do it? What was I going to say?
Did that work?
Next? Yeah, kind of, a little bit. I barely heard it, so they probably didn't hear it. Just imagine the Godzilla sound. Anyways,
I got another one. This one should work. Try again.
Okay.
Wait for it.
By the way, hi, Raven.
And 3, 2.
Mothra is going to be in this. I don't know if you know who Mothra is.
Mothra? Yeah, I know Mothra.
Mothra is going to be in this. Pretty chill, whatever. You know. There's Mothra and I guess all the other kaiju. I don't know if they're going to have the robot Godzilla in this one. Like it was in because it was like Godzilla versus like a man-made robot Godzilla or whatever. They're probably not going to do that.
Oh, do you remember the older ones with Baby Godzilla?
You showed me a clip from that.
Isn't Baby Godzilla so cute?
Yeah, for a giant lizard monster baby.
It's so cute.
That can shoot blue lightning out of its mouth and into your face and melt your face.
That is still so cute.
Yeah, all the Mothra, Rodan, and King. I don't know how to pronounce that last one. But yeah, all the kaiju are going to be gathering for one epic save the world thing. Or something like that. I'm excited for this kind of. Because it's Godzilla. He's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of 50 more movie trailers. Not movie trailers, but trailers. Speaking of 50 more trailers. Have you heard of Aquaman?
Yes, I heard of him.
Aquaman trailer. It looks like it's sort of an origin story before he becomes like the guy with the staff and the hero. He Yeah.
Well, I got one thing to say to that.
What? What?
Did you?
I wasn't quite sure what that was just now.
Did you hear it?
I heard it, but I'm not quite sure what I heard.
Okay, let me play it again.
Okay. Was that Kermit?
Yes, that was Kermit.
That was Kermit going, yay! Anyways, Kermit the Frog here. Today we're going to talk about Aquaman. I'm a big DC fan, so let's get right into the news, folks. No, Aquaman looks pretty good. He's gonna be aquaing and manning, you know. Typical Aquaman stuff, aquaing and manning. I'm not that
talking to fish.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that. Yeah. He grew up he's like half human apparently in this, even though, like, because the people who come from his city are different species, I guess. But he's half human, so like when he's getting picked on in school by human kids, he's the shark just goes at the tank and like scares the bullies away, and all the fish are just looking at him.
Reggie, he says school and he talks to fish.
Okay. Nice. Pound it?
Found it.
Okay. Brofist. Anyway, sorry. Copyright. You don't like Aquaman, do you, Matt?
Oh, real quick. Do you think Aquaman would be able to telepathically talk to Undyne?
Maybe. But I don't know
because she's a fish.
But I don't know about Black Manta. The one of the villains. I gotta say this movie reminds me of Thor. I'm not gonna lie. A rightful king going back to the kingdom that he's meant to rule and fighting his half brother. That's what I saw in the trailer.
Question for you.
Yeah.
What did Thor say to Loki?
Balls.
No. You're a pain in the Asgard.
I don't get it. I'm kidding. I get it. But yeah, Black Manta is going to be in this, and he looks decent. He looks decent. He looks. You would say that Aquaman's a bit of a supernatural character, right?
Well, I suppose.
It's supernatural. Season 14 trailer.
Okay.
It's not really a trailer though, now is it? If it's just showing clips from the previous seasons to hype people up for this season. So
I call that advertisement bait.
As soon as I get Netflix, I might have to watch the first 13 seasons just to. You happy, everyone? I'm finally gonna watch Supernatural. Hope you're all happy with yourselves. Supernatural, Thursday, October 11th, season 14. Speaking of CW shows that are getting another trailer or getting another season, Riverdale. The dark and gritty Archie reboot. That's
Archie.
Oh yeah, Riverdale is about.
Isn't Archie some type of comic?
Yes, it is, and it's a nice, bright and bubbly, happy comic. But they decided to involve murder in the Archie show. Also, to answer your question, Matt, in the comments, Supernatural is a show about fighting demons and ghosts and stuff. That is a Scooby-Doo crossover. That was fucked up, dude. That was dark. I didn't expect that much. No. Don't do that to Scooby-Doo next time, guys. God, that was terrible.
Speaking of Scooby-Doo, is it true that they made a series where every single character in Scooby-Doo is a puppet?
I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest.
We'll have to YouTube it sometime.
But speaking of YouTubing things, Riverdale. That show, I saw season 1 and I need to watch season 2. Luckily, before season 3 comes out, but luckily it's on Netflix. So once I get Netflix, me and my mom can binge watch that on Sundays because she's going to be busy every other day of the week. And we can watch Riverdale together.
Netflix and chill, man. Netflix and chill.
I was talking about watching something with my mom, and you said Netflix and chill. Little bit awkward. Maybe not Netflix and chill.
No, I didn't mean it that way.
Anyways, after this awkward moment. Wait, what? I don't know what you just said, but Riverdale season 3 comes out Wednesday, October 10th.
Set a new warning.
A W warning? What?
NSFW.
Got it. I've been a part of a few not suitable for work group chats on Facebook in my day, and I gotta lie, we talk about stuff. Sorry, kids.
NSFW warning.
Speaking of shows getting new seasons in the fall time, The Good Place season 3. The Good Place had a panel, and there was nothing really important at the panel. Although at the end of the video it said Thursday, September 27th for season 3. If you don't know what The Good Place is, basically it's about the good place after you die. It's The Good Place. But the premise for the first season is, what if someone accidentally gets put in the good place when they don't belong there?
I don't know. Maybe they have like this lever that someone pulls and they fall down.
Well, it's more it's more complicated than that. There's a train system. Oh, and there's no spoiler for the show. It's very complicated. And there's a twist at the end of the season, but I'm not going to say what it is.
Pull the lever, Richie.
Okay, I don't have a lever here. I pulled my plate. But yeah, The Good Place. Now, a little bit of information I got off Twitter when I was looking on the Good Place Twitter account. The Good Place Season 3 premiere will be an hour long instead of the usual half hour. I'm a big fan of The Good Place, so I'm excited for this.
So, I have a thing that most people probably already know because they watch this channel, but Game Theory, shout out to Matt Pat, has actually found out that Pokemon has been airing for at least 20 years now.
Oh, because the theory of Ash's age.
Yep. And the reason why I bring this up is because I still have my little Pikachu plush from whenever I was like 5.
To the Pikachu being thrown in the frame. No, you overshot it by a little bit. You overshot the Pikachu.
Wait, do that again. Do that again.
Hit my face that time. I did dead on where I wanted. So, Pikachu. Anyways, speaking of Pikachu, lightning, like when someone the hero says his superhero name and then lightning hits him and he goes from a boy to a man because Shazam. I don't know if you guys are excited for the new Shazam movie, but I saw the trailer. It's like boom. Notice the Shazam is later in the episode. Now we're getting into the things I like. We hit the good place, and that's where things like, all right, this is the stuff I'm kind of excited for, man.
This really is the good place.
Shazam looks exciting. This looks like a fun movie. This looks like DC's like, all right, clearly dark and gritty isn't working, and we're not going to exactly try copying Marvel. Let's just make our characters fun the way we want to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what would happen if a kid just suddenly, like, he says Shazam and he becomes a superhero?
Yeah, because in all honesty, Marvel has been kicking some major ace
for the past 10 years. For the past 10 years, they've been doing really amazing. Not all their movies were like Infinity War level of loved, but like at least they're not Batman v Superman level of hated. I like Batman v Superman. Don't hate me. But Shazam looks great.
In all honesty, I prefer Marvel over DC, but I like both.
I like both.
Don't hate me, commenters, but I like both, but I prefer Marvel over DC. I'll still read DC, just depends on the comic.
I like both, though I haven't read a lot of comics for either one. In fact, I don't know if I read... No, I skimmed through a DC comic or two in my day.
Sorry to interrupt you, Reggie. Now, I do own a set of manga by Dark Horse. It's the Hellsing manga. It's pretty damn good, actually. I also own the DVDs. But, yeah.
Gunshots just now. That's fun.
What is that?
I live in the hood, so there was some gunshots just now. Speaking of this is a wand?
No, I thought that was a dildo. I thought that was a glowing dildo. NSFW warning.
I think the warning's supposed to come before the stuff. Anyways,
Nope.
Shazam looks good. Speaking of superhero movies, because technically this is a superhero movie, Glass. Okay, to fill you in, Paige, because I'm sure you have no idea what Glass is even a sequel to.
No, I don't. I don't know what Ass is a sequel to.
Glass. Okay, I'm excited for this movie. I'm really excited for Shazam, but like I'm really, really excited for Glass. Have you heard? You know the director M. Night.
No.
Oh, you don't know M. Night Shyamalan? He made an Avatar movie. You know, The Last Airbender.
Oh yeah, that one. That one I really didn't mind.
People hated it.
But see, I like that movie. I like certain live-action anime movies. But Dragon Ball Evolution, absolutely blew butthole.
People
And they actually made a sequel to it.
People have
Oh
not.
my god, I can't believe that. And then they made a live-action Pokemon movie.
People have not
Why
been.
ruin childhood? Excuse my ranting.
People.
Please don't let them make a live-action Yu-Gi-Oh movie. That would be horrible.
People have not
Excuse
been.
my ranting.
People have not been liking M. Night Shyamalan for the past few years, past 5. I think it was around when The Village was made, or whatever that's called, where the people are in a village and it's set in the past, totally, and not modern day. But those people are just told it's like there's no modern technology. Oh, that was the twist at the end that literally everyone saw coming. And then that happened. No pun intended.
Happened.
And oh my gosh, that movie is hated. And you know what? The twist ending is kind of stupid. Oh, it was the trees that made everyone kill themselves.
Okay, yeah, that definitely sounds horrible. The last live action was pretty good.
That one didn't have a twist because it wasn't allowed to because it wasn't his property.
Maybe it's because I didn't watch the cartoon so much. I mean, I liked the cartoon whenever I did watch it, but the movie was pretty good. Now, the Dragon Ball Evolution live-action movie...
We did this rant. Let's just move on. We did this rant.
Okay, fine.
I still have to tell you...
But I'm still going to be ranting once this is over with.
You know what? You can rant on your own channel right now. You can rant
once the show is over with.
Well, you know what? You can rant on your channel and watch the video, okay?
Okay.
So it was a movie by M. Night Shyamalan that came out a while ago. Over around 17 years ago it came out, called Unbreakable. Bruce Willis, he's a superhero, but he doesn't know it. He survives a plane crash or train crash. And this guy, Samuel L. Jackson's character, is trying to help him yes, you must be a superhero. He works in a comic book store. Turns out the twist is he was the bad guy the whole time. He caused the crash. He's been causing crashes to find his exact opposite. Because Bruce Willis, I guess, because he is bulletproof and stuff. His weakness, though, not much. Whereas, what's his name? Samuel L. Jackson's character is very breakable. That's why he's known as Mr. Glass. That's his name he made for himself, his villain name. He wants to be the villain to this guy's superhero. And then that was one of the last really good movies made by M. Night Shyamalan. There was a lot of duds, and then Split happened, starring the actor who plays young Professor X. People loved Split, especially the twist ending. It's a secret sequel to Unbreakable. It came out 2 years ago or something, and it's been a sequel this whole time. We didn't even know it. So Split happens, and people love it. And the reason it's a twist ending, spoiler for this movie. Spoilers! Richie, you're supposed to say the thing before the thing happens, like I said earlier. Ironic. But yeah. Bruce Willis's character from Unbreakable is we don't see him right away, but it's a shot of a diner. People are talking while watching the news. It's like, oh yeah, there's that bad guy that was setting up crashes and stuff. What was his name? And then it just it's slowly panning as they're talking down the row of people sitting at the diner counter, and it goes to Bruce Willis. His name was Mr. Glass, Samuel L. Jackson's character. So he basically just oh yeah, this is secretly a sequel, but you didn't know that. By the way, Split's about a guy who has multiple personalities. One of them is the Beast, which makes him stronger and is an evil personality. So Glass is going to be when those two characters from Unbreakable meet the character from Split, and obviously Mr. Glass and the Beast character are going to be the villains, and it's up to David Dunn played by Bruce Willis, to save the David Dunn Day. That was terrible. I'm going to go now. I'm excited for this movie. It looks good.
Okay. I have a thing.
Rant. What?
No, not rant. What about that?
Never was big on Mission Impossible. Speaking of crossovers between two things, there's the DC. This is a terrible setup. There's the DC crossover for all the CW shows, and it's going to involve a certain Bat character. You know them, Bat Woman.
Well, now I know Batgirl and Batman, but not Batwoman.
Batwoman is how do I say that? Batwoman is a character that how do I say all this? Batwoman is a woman that works with Batman sometimes in Gotham. But since all the other Bat characters, all the characters in the Bat family, as it's called, since all of them are too well known and possibly going to be in the movies, yeah, because they have Robin, they're going to be doing Robin in the movies. Oh no, Robin's a part of Teen Titans still. Robin has his thing he's going to be a part of. Batman and Batgirl might be planned in the movies, or Batman is, but Batgirl might be in the movies. However, Batwoman is, first off, relatively unknown, I think, to the main public, and second, part of not going to be a part of the movies, I don't think. So they're like, all right, we need a theme for this next year's crossover. Let's have it be Batwoman. And I think I said this in the last Nerdy News on Friday. She's getting her own show. So the first member of the LGBT community to get their own show, like superhero LGBT to get their own show. So yeah, this is exciting.
Oh, Richie.
Yeah.
Can I read some of my superhero fanfics, like little one-shot things? From my quota to the audience, please.
Can we do that in another video? Because I want to keep this strictly nerdy news right now.
Okay.
We're already over an hour, I think.
Okay.
Said that in the comments. Anyways, speaking of like Black Lightning, this is the only superhero show I've watched with my mom, because it's the only superhero show my mom has watched. I convinced my mom to watch a superhero show. And you know why she watched it? She likes the Hood. So I got her to watch a superhero show. But yeah, this trailer was really just a season 1 recap. There was no new footage at all. Tuesday, October 9th. I'm excited to see this. Yeah, it's a CW DC show, like all the other ones, Flash and all that, but we don't know what universe it's in, because Supergirl, which was on another network and got moved to the CW, they explained, like, okay, she's on a parallel Earth. She's on Earth 39, I think it is. She doesn't exist with our superheroes on Earth 1. But we don't know what's up with Black Lightning, where he exists. He wasn't in any crossovers so far. We don't know if he's going to be in the next crossover. So yeah, he's his own thing right now.
I am Groot.
I am Groot. Speaking of DC CW superheroes, Legends of Tomorrow season 4 got a trailer. At the end of the last season, spoilers. At the end of the last season, they beat Mollusk, which was stuck in a time prison. A demon is a demon creature, whatever. Just time traveling superheroes beating a demon creature that was stuck in a time prison. And that's comic book summed up in one moment of talking. Anyways, leprechauns, unicorns, fairies, all these different types of creatures, they exist in this world now. Not this world, but the world of the Legends of Tomorrow. But wait, I hear you saying, don't the Legends of Tomorrow also exist in the world of the Flash and all that? Yes, that's an astute...
Specific.
No, because you'd have to be thinking, well, if these leprechauns exist in the world of Legends Tomorrow, they would exist in the Flash and stuff like that. So it's not exactly a very specific question to ask, as much as, wait, are we going to see leprechauns in the Flash now? We're going to see like the Green Arrow ride in on a unicorn and battle like. I'm on a unicorn.
Deadpool riding on a unicorn doing that.
I could see Deadpool riding it on a unicorn. But I don't know about that. They usually don't let like the problems of one show affect another show. So the unicorns and stuff probably won't be appearing on these shows. And as for Supergirl and Black Lightning, first off, we don't know what Earth Black Lightning's on. Second, Supergirl, again, another Earth. So we're getting that on Monday, October 22nd. That's exciting stuff.
Reggie.
Yeah.
I came in a unicorn.
All I heard
Parody of Wrecking Ball.
Okay. Oh, I thought it sounded like Wrecking Ball, but then I wasn't quite sure. And then you said the unicorn thing. It's like, oh yeah.
I did say unicorn. I came in like what? I came in a unicorn.
But yeah, this is going to be a very interesting season. At the end, you know who Constantine is, right?
No.
Constantine fights demons. He like does magic and spells, and he fights demons. Season.
I hope they make
a second Doctor What movie?
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, they already announced that.
When?
They announced it like last month. On it yet?
You don't know yet?
No. They were iffy about announcing. They were iffy about announcing it just because Infinity War. Go see the movie. Actually, just get it on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, like at the beginning of next month.
Yeah, theaters are usually too crowded.
No, it's gonna be going on Blu-ray soon. Just get it that way. Anyways, this season looks like it's gonna be interesting. Constantine is gonna be here like the whole season because at the end of the last season, he like dropped a dragon head in front of the legends. It's like, you let Mollusk out, but you also let a lot of mythical creatures out. So they might fight a dragon in the show. Ooh.
Dragons!
Speaking of DC CW shows that are getting a season 4 and coming out in October, Supergirl. Supergirl. Now, I would like to point out now, the schedule for all the DC shows has been switched around a bit. Arrow is on Mondays now. I think Legends has always been Mondays. Supergirl is on Sundays now. And The Flash and Black Lightning are still on Tuesdays. So that hasn't changed. I saw like a post in a group saying that Legends might not be in this crossover. I don't know how confirmed that is. It was just like a picture of like an article. And I don't know how like faithful the article is, or even it was from a real article or anything. So I'll take that with a grain of salt. But season 4 of superhero shows, DC on CW Supergirl, that's coming, and we barely saw any new footage. She has a new costume. That looks good. The bad guy was shown a little bit. Yeah, he looks okay. There was a lot of voiceover talking. And show up at the beginning of the season. Supergirl's not going to be there. This looks.
I don't know.
Oh, on Sunday, October 14th, by the way. And now we're getting into the stuff I'm a little bit more excited. I'm like almost like we're almost in like the final few stories that I'm really excited about. Speaking of CW, DC superhero show, Arrow, season 7. There's a trailer for that. If you recall, at the ending of the last season, he got arrested.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Carry on.
My Wayward Son.
Huh?
My Wayward Son.
Yes.
There'll be peace when you are done. But yeah, he's in jail. That's awkward. Yeah, he what was I gonna say? Yeah, this trailer looks good. I'm excited. Because people think this might be the final season, but yeah, he's in jail. The trailer was, man. He looks like he's still working out in jail. He's like doing like upside down push, like he's just his body is straight up, but his hands from like the top of his body being on the ground as he's pushing up or whatever. It's like, wow, Oliver, way to make us look weak. I can't do that. Just look at this flabbiness. What was I gonna say next? Yeah, this looks like a good show or season. What's his name? The bad guy from the last season is back. He's back with a vengeance. He wants to take everything away from Oliver because Oliver took everything away from him. So why do I not remember his name? But anyways, he's back and he's mad at Oliver because he was like running the city, and then Green Arrow, Oliver Queen is just like, no, I can't allow that to happen in my city. You have failed this city. Yeah, something like that. Anyways, yeah, this looks okay though. No, can't think of anything else to talk about in this. No, it hasn't been as long as yeah, I'm really excited about it. And Diaz, his name was Diaz. And he is crazy. He's going after Oliver's family and everything. Nope. He may be in jail, but he is not. I think I'm going to take this laying down. What was I going to say next? Oh, yeah. Speaking of DC shows, no. David Mazua, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. He did an interview for season 5 of Gotham. And some of the details we got, no, but seriously, he was asked about the cowl. Will we see him in the costume? To which he said, I'm not allowed to say anything. And he also said that it will be kinds of villains in their, like, basically their final form. Like, yes, this is the true version of the villain. Like, we haven't seen a true Penguin yet. I guess kind of. I don't know. We've seen basically the true Riddler, the true Mr. Freeze, all these different heroes, but we have not seen like true Catwoman. This is where like Catwoman is, because this is the final season. So Catwoman is finally fully Catwoman, and Batman is fully Batman, and a certain villain with a J in their name will finally be this villain. And it's like, starts with a J, I should say. So basically, he's teasing Joker. Like, yes, this is actually going to be the Joker. This is full Joker. We're doing it. We're going to be able to do it because this is the final season, and you cannot do the Batman without Joker, man. It's the Joker, man. You know? If I may do my Kevin Smith impression, go watch his new show, Hollyweed, and upvote it, because, like, that's a good show, dude. Anyways, yeah, I'm excited for the season. We basically, like, I can't say if I'm going to be in the full Batman costume, which is his, like, basically actors' ways of saying, like, yes, but I'm not telling you that. But yeah, get excited. I'm going to be in the full costume. Like, if an actor's like, I can't say anything, basically that means yes, but, like, I'm not allowed to tell you. But yeah. So we're going to get Batman this season. Finally, an on-screen Batman that is, like, just, like, young kid as a Batman, like, I'm finally here to fight crime. You know, he said an interesting thing. He said he realized that Bruce will realize that the GCPD cannot stop crime. He used the word incompetent, but just because, aside from Detective Gordon, because right now he's head detective of the precinct, aside from Gordon, all of GCPD is kind of dumb. You know, they're not. Gordon's a good guy, good man. He was also asked about the mustache. Will Gordon finally have his mustache? I hope he gets promoted to commissioner, and I hope he gets a mustache, man. Because like him and the interviewer were like, well, yeah, it's gonna be hard for him to shave because if you remember the end of the last season, oh, you came in on a unicorn. Hi there. We were just talking about Gotham season 5, weren't we, folks at home? No, they're not. There's no one at home right now watching. But yeah, might be seeing the full Batman costume, by the way.
Neat.
And when asked if he'll be fighting villains, he said yes, specifically someone whose name begins with a J. He said when the actor who plays Bruce said when asked if fighting, will he be fighting any villains? Because we have seen various different villains. Riddler. We saw Harvey Dent, but he didn't get like a Two-Face transformation. Penguin, Mr. Freeze, Firefly. He was asked, will he be fighting any of these villains? And he said yes. Specifically, he mentioned that one of them, the name begins with J. Now, I don't know how many Batman villains' names begin with J, but one comes to mind.
I have a question for you and all the people watching.
Which is no one right now.
Has anybody seen the Spider-Man parody called The Dragonfly? It has the one of the persons from Drake and Josh, one of the guys from Drake and Josh.
It has Drake from Drake and Josh. It's not called Dragonfly. It's called Superhero Movie, but I know what you're talking about. It's from the same people that made Scary Movie and Epic Movie and Date Movie. Do you see where I'm going with this? They're very specific with their titles.
Yeah, no, that movie called the Superhero Movie.
Yeah.
Kind of made me cringe because I really don't some of my favorite movies.
But yeah, I'm excited for the new Gotham, just because they were asking the actor who plays Bruce wants to see the mustache on James Gordon. He doesn't have the mustache right now, so I want him. I want him to be commissioner at the end of the show because this is the final season.
Yeah.
So I want James Gordon to be commissioner and to have the mustache. I want to see that bat outfit, and I want to see the signal in the sky because at the end of the last season, they're next to a spotlight thing that you would shoot in the sky. It's like we have to see the symbol now. We have to shoot the symbol into the sky.
Mustache them to do that.
Forever. Anyways, we don't have a full Catwoman either.
Huh?
We almost have a full Catwoman, and we almost have a full Batman. He was in like a prototype Batman outfit, but not a full Batman outfit. We've met Lucius Fox, who, as you all know, makes the cool gadgets for Batman. So he might help make the full Bat costume, which I really want to see. David, what? What was that you said?
I said, Inspector Batman.
Yeah, well, more detective, but yeah. Inspector Detective, same thing, I think. But yeah, this is exciting. The final season, basically just like culmination of the past few years, and it's gonna be beautiful. Speaking of season 5 of DC superhero shows, but this one is on the CW. Gotham was on Fox. And like the finally like getting something that's really cool from the comics involving the costume, the Flash. Oh, hey, look, Flash! Anyways.
What are you doing? Don't flash me.
Crapper. Hang on. I'm going to turn the light on real quick because it's getting dark in here. Anyways. Hopefully no one saw my belly just now. Anyways, The Flash Season 5 trailer dropped. It has his time-traveling daughter in it, of course, because, you know... Oh, yeah, his daughter, like, traveled back in time by running really fast because speedsters can travel through time by running.
Wait a minute. The Flash now has a daughter?
Daughter in the future. And it's been in the comics before. But, yeah, his daughter from the future came back in time, and apparently she's stuck, according to the trailer. And I like the Back to the Future reference. The Flash said, Barry said, not he wasn't in the costume, but like I noticed all the footage of Barry in this. He was in the same shirt that he was in the season finale. Interesting.
Damn, that boy needs to watch his clothes.
Well, he normally changes clothes from episode to episode. So what I'm thinking is, okay, this takes place literally right after the finale. There's all these events are going to be really close after the finale. Or at least all of what we've seen is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And Cicada is the villain because we saw like a lightning-shaped dagger, and he steals metahuman's powers because he's mad.
Cicada. Isn't that like a bug that goes with random noises?
Wait, what?
Cicada. That's a bug.
That's a what?
A bug.
I don't know about a bug, but he's bugging me. I don't like the idea of Cicada. I don't know. I'm not excited. Looks dumb to me. Leave your hate in the comments. Go on, do it.
I guess they really need to apologize about making that character.
What was I gonna say next? Oh yeah, I like the Back to the Future reference when Barry said she could Marty McFly herself out of existence at any moment. Yeah, this looks exciting. I'm happy for the season. The one thing that people have been wanting since season 1, when the reversed Flash had his Flash ring that the costume comes out of. The one thing people wanted was for Flash to get one. And Flash apparently doesn't have a costume. Well, yeah, I guess not, because his last costume got really burnt when he punched a satellite out of the sky with his daughter, but he didn't know she was there at first. And he's like, well, he has a backup costume, and she hated her. He puts it on. You see, like, the lightning. The Flash coming. It is technically going to be the first one to air. Because although Black Lightning is on the same day, it airs after it. So, like, The Flash is going to be first. It's the fastest. It made it there first.
Okay, now the Flash, Reverse Flash, or Quick. Comments down below, please.
Well, okay, now see, that's interesting. At one point in history, what season did the Flash, for the Flash, Quicksilver, does he, like, how did his powers work? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Also, Matt, how are you pregnant and it's mine? I'm pretty sure you're just messing with me. Okay, Matt, you're confusing me right now. I'm very confused, so we'll talk about this on Facebook when I'm done with this live stream real quick. I feel like you're messing with me, but I don't know. For one, I can't have a child with anyone. I haven't... Anyways, at least I haven't since, like, early 2016, but let's not talk about that.
Thing, Richie.
What?
Nothing intimate on the thing, Reggie. Because it would be an NSFW warning.
You know, an interesting character once said... An interesting character, River Song from Doctor Who, once said that they don't like stories with wizards because they always end up being the Doctor. Speaking of Doctor, Season 11 trailer.
You know, who's going to be the Doctor this time?
Well, I thought you knew it's Jodie Whittaker. The first female doctor, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay. Now, I have to agree with a lot of people on this, but I definitely think Tom Hiddleston should play a doctor one of these times for Doctor Who.
You know why I don't think they're going to ever have him play the doctor? He's too big of an actor. They get smaller, lesser known actors to play the doctor. And Tom Hiddleston is really big right now. So I doubt they'll get him.
Yeah, but see, I'm torn between whether I want him to play the doctor or not.
Or the Master. The Master being an evil Time Lord, manipulative, like Loki.
Can I finish my sentence, please?
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to say that.
That's okay. But this is the reason why I'm torn between wanting him to be the doctor or not. One, for the reason why I want him to be the doctor is because I think he'd make a really good one. The other one, which is why I don't want him to be, is because every time he'd show up on the show, all I could think of was Loki.
See, and that's why they don't want well-known people, because he's this character already. He's not the doctor. We see him as this person. They also, people also want him to play Stormageddon, but grown up. Character. It was a human baby that one of the doctor's friends he visited had a baby. The baby's name was Alfie, but since the doctor speaks baby, he understood that the baby wants to be called Stormageddon, Dark Lord of all.
Wait. The doctor speaks baby. Babies can't speak. They only cry, and when they are discovering their voices, they babble.
Yeah, the doctor speaks that. Do you not understand? It's basic stuff right there. He also speaks horse.
I'm not going to get into it with you. Back to the other topic at hand.
The doctor speaking horse?
Cumberbatch was the doctor.
Wait, what?
Before. Benedict Cumberbatch.
I don't recall.
He was the doctor before.
Are you making a Doctor Strange joke?
No, I'm just stating something. Benedict Cumberbatch was the doctor before, but then he decided to play Doctor Strange. Would they ever think about rehiring him as the doctor for Doctor Who?
I don't remember him ever being the doctor. What doctor are you talking about?
The 11th one, I think?
That was, what's his name? Matt Smith.
Huh. Well, I remember you telling me he was one who.
Maybe I made a joke and it got lost in translation.
Probably, maybe. Wait a minute. No, it didn't, because I watched Benedict get an interview with some random person, and he stated that he was the doctor at one point.
I don't recall him ever being the doctor.
Well, we'll have to YouTube it.
But speaking of Doctor, the trailer doesn't interest me that much right now for this new season of Doctor Who. I'm really excited, but the trailer is just not doing much for me. I can quote the entire trailer though. It starts with Jodie Whittaker. She's like, typical regeneration stuff. The body's going to be messing up. Every doctor goes through this.
That sounds messy.
No, it's just pain and stuff, they were just dying. So, there's going to be a few things that aren't 100% ready yet in the new body.
Again, that sounds messy.
Maybe on the inside, but on the outside, everything looks normal. But anyways, Doctor regenerates. She says, this is all new to me. New faces, new worlds, new times. So if I asked really, really nicely, would you be my new best friends? That's basically all the voiceover for that. The doctor said that. I want to see this. I forget what it was. It might have been a panel. People were asked to describe the new doctor in 3 words, and witty and child stuff like that were just used, and I'm like, yes, that is what I want from the Doctor. Just like, Doctor. Oh wait, no, there was something else said by the Doctor. She had like what looked like welding stuff, I think, and she's like, yeah, this is gonna be fun, and like pulls a curtain to cover what she's doing, probably because she's welding, because like welders gotta cover things up to protect other people. Oh, little tidbit, not related. Teen Titans Go to the Movies is apparently doing really good with like reviews right now. People are really liking this movie.
Oh, that's surprising. Teen Titans Go, the television series, is tolerable to some people, but to most people, it sucks ass.
Because I saw the trailers and it looked like I said in my like a few while ago in Nerdy News. This looks like it's not completely bad. It looks like it has like a good story to it. It's not just random stupidness. Robin wants to be taken more seriously so he can get a movie. So they go after a villain and it ends up being Slade, and Slade wants to enslave all of mankind. With mind control.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Seeing as they're bringing the original Teen Titans back for season 6,
allegedly,
how do we know that Teen Titans Go isn't going to end on a type of cliffhanger, or there was just a somehow dream thing and it just ends up Teen Titans the original all over again, and they don't recall any of Teen Titans Go.
Well, who said they're ending the show? They might be
doing... but I meant whenever Teen Titans Go does end, maybe it'll be just like a completely weird dream. Because if you've seen in the other trailers, all the superheroes have been possessed. And it was just the Teen Titans that have to fight them to get them back to normal.
Right.
Just like whenever Raven's dad, Trigon, I think it was.
Trigon's his name.
Possessed them and had the heroes attack the Titans. And there's also another thing hinting to that, where Robin's just laying on his bed all miserable like in TTG, and he was doing that also in the original Teen Titans.
I think you called it TTG, by the way. I think it would be TTG, TTM, because it's Teen Titans Go to the movies. But that's just my funny little bit I want to add there. I don't know. That's an interesting theory. The only thing with the Trigon thing, he made evil versions of the Titans for them to fight. So like an evil Cyborg versus Cyborg, evil Starfire, evil Beast Boy. Except Robin wasn't there. He was like in like the underworld.
He was off of Slade. So here's my other theory about that. What if all the other Titans lost against their evil counterparts, and Robin got overtook by Slade somehow, and all of them ended up in that crazy baby show world, and they don't even realize what they're doing.
I can't dig it because here's the thing. People don't really like that it was all a dream the whole time theory anyways. That's like a not a fan favorite theory. That's why I hate theories. They're like, oh, the main character's in a coma and all the wild adventures they're going on. Ash isn't really catching Pokemon.
Yeah.
Finn and Jake aren't really going on wild adventures. This is all a coma. No, shut up. It's a fantasy world. Let us enjoy it, jerk. Anyways, little rant.
Well, I mean, yeah, I totally get that and all. But it wouldn't surprise me one bit if the new writers actually did that. And another thing that I have to prove about that. The pretty much YouTube version of the episodes from original Teen Titans voiced over by Teen Titans Go.
That's a fair point. We are getting way off subject at hand, which is Doctor Who. There's a new Sonic. Not new Sonic as in, let me reiterate, this is a new Sonic screwdriver, but everyone just calls it a Sonic because Sonic screwdriver is too much to say. So fans call it the Sonic. So there's a new Sonic screwdriver.
Wait, we're talking about the video game or the restaurant?
We're not talking about either one of those. The Doctor has a Sonic screwdriver, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why it got really confusing. There's a new Sonic screwdriver.
Oh,
but
okay,
fans.
I don't know much about Doctor Who.
I know. That's why I felt like I should start. I didn't explain it well enough. But yeah, there's a new Sonic that the new Doctor has. It looks different than all the other Sonics. It's got white. It's got an orange light, which I don't think we've seen before. I could feel myself entering Super Sonic nerd mode for a sec there. Anyways, it's not nerd, and the TARDIS is bigger than the inside, and he comes from Gallifrey, but not all Gallifreyans are Time Lords. That's the thing you have to earn once you go to the Time Lord Academy. By the way, it seemed like I was rambling stuff on, but that's all true facts, that last bit I said. TARDIS bigger on the inside forward. Just yeah, I'm just going to start rambling, but say real stuff. Yeah, this Doctor season looks good. I'm excited because it's going to be fresh and exciting. Speaking of exciting stuff.
Oh, yeah. For those of you who don't know much about Doctor Who, did you once they're transferred the TARDIS?
I can't do a TARDIS sound. I can't. I can't. Anyways. I think I knew that. Oh, Doctor Who, before we move on to this next story, which I'm really excited about, Steven Universe, what? Anyways, there was a restored old episode of Doctor Who from Tom Baker. But for the missing footage part, they just added voiceover, aired that. And my DVR have this one. I'm like, okay, I'll take this random old episode of Doctor Who that's technically new because it never aired. And Tom Baker, the fourth Doctor, which a lot of people call the best Doctor. Also, David Tennant's the best Doctor. In my opinion, Christopher Eccleston. Anyways, there was an added scene at the end, I guess, because Tom Baker, the actor who played in, I guess, or they shot the last scene in present day because it was him playing the Doctor in his old age. And it's like, oh, that's really cool. It's the Doctor it's him playing the Doctor once more all these years later. And he said they were talking about one of the characters. It's I hope that one day people look upon me maybe in 200 years and say, oh, he was such a nice old man, as he's old saying this. And he looks at the camera and starts laughing. And that's just Tom Baker's Doctor, here's the fourth wall, just going to peek through it. Hi there, audience. Little funny fourth wall breaks that I've heard that he's known to sort of break the fourth wall a little bit, ha ha ha, hi. Put a crack in the wall. Just put a crack in the wall, like a crack in the universe. 11th Doctor reference. Anyways, I'm moving on from Doctor Who right now. Steven Universe. I'm going to get to the bigger story in a sec, but the first story is they aired an entire episode at Comic-Con. They just put it on the projector and had people who were there get to see the episode Legs from Here to Homeworld, and this one YouTube channel tweeted out what was happening as they were watching it. They live tweeted the episode. This episode is going to air. I'll tell you, you feel free to watch it, right? Steven Universe, that they aired at Comic-Con for viewers of the Comic-Con panel to see. And yeah, I saw it. It was good. I wasn't at Comic-Con, but I saw it because it was on the app and stuff. And so, anyways, Steven Universe, legend. I think this is wild speculation online when fans want a movie for their favorite show, but that's never gonna happen. We want Adventure Time the movie. We want Rick and Morty the movie. We want regular show the movie. Steven Universe the movie. Wait, what? Steven Universe the movie is happening? It's a made-for-TV movie, but like I always hear about fans wanting their movies for their favorite TV shows, and then this just happens, and it's like, yeah, you wanted it. Here you go. So like that's exciting. Doctor Who, what am I saying? Oh, Steven Universe the movie. It was like a little teaser. It showed like a heart-shaped gem, and it was spinning, and then it was like showing the main characters, Steven, Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl, not exactly in that order. And then it showed like the silhouettes of Mysterious Gem that was laughing evilly, and we don't know who that is. Ooh, the way I see it is, I don't know where in the continuity this episode will fall, if it's even in the continuity of the show, because right now there's some big stuff going on, and this cannot be shoehorned into that continuity. No, this is like the continuity of the show, like what's happening now. We can't just throw something in there right now. So this is going to be separate from what's happening right now. I know that much. But thoughts in my head. What was I saying? What was it? Oh gosh. We do know it's going to be like I'm pretty sure, and other people are pretty sure, it's going to be like a one-off thing. It's just the events will happen and won't affect anything in the show, unless maybe towards the end, like towards later in the show, they like call back to this movie. It's made for. You excited for the Steven Universe movie?
Huh?
Are you excited for the Steven Universe movie?
I heard a little bit more.
Okay, there's a little teaser link in the description when I'm done with this. Speaking of made-for-TV movies for some of my favorite cartoon shows, yeah, Invader Zim, Enter the Florpus. What's a Florpus? We have no idea, but here's a little teaser showing footage. The animation looks beautiful. Dip looks weird and ugly and fat at one point, but that's okay. Then it looks like he gets into shape. He's been obsessed because apparently Zim's been missing. Zim just went away for a while, and Dib's been like, "Where's Zim? He's gonna try taking over the world. We have to stop him." Oh! I don't know if longtime fans may know, I have a video on my channel, the original, the first video on my channel. I think I used "please" in the title twice. All capital letters. Please join Operation Head Pigeons 2.0. Please. Operation Head Pigeons 2.0, because the first one got taken down for reasons I can't recall. Operation Head Pigeons 2.0 was a group of fans on Facebook who were trying to get Zim to come back. And then we did like a calling. Well, before I joined, there was like a call-in campaign where a lot of people called in. There was a letter campaign after I joined where we all send our letters to Nickelodeon on a certain day. That way they all arrive there at the same day, saying how much we want the show back, but not to badmouth any of the current shows, which I hope I didn't do. But yeah, I use a campaign where we are supposed to try as hard as we can to get the show to return, and then last year when the show was announced, when Invader Zim was finally announced for this made-for-TV movie, we were overjoyed. We had done it. We had brought back Zim from the grave of cartoon history.
Congratulations, everybody.
We did it. We did it because we're cool like that. I'm going to take these off now. But yeah, it was the most magical experience for a fan. For a fan to like realized that the people were listening, and they finally, because they were going to bring back the show a couple times, but the budget that Jonah Velasquez, the creator of the show, wanted was too much for Nickelodeon, so they just never brought it back. But then they worked a deal out. They were going to do like 10 episodes, like a short little mini season thing. But then they were like Nickelodeon was like, yeah, we'll give you a season. We've seen the budget. We'll do it finally. We'll give you what you want. And then they were like, you know what? Let's not do a season. Too much work into a season. You have to animate each individual episode and think of all these different stories. Let's do a movie. It's like, okay, whatever. So they're doing a movie instead. But you know what? New Zim is New Zim. And yes, there have been the comics for the past couple of years now. But to see him finally back on the small screen, it's not the big screen, unless you have a big screen TV. But to finally see him back on television with a new adventure, Gur's back, Minnie Moose is back. And Minnie Moose is a very obscure character. Dib is back, Gaz is back. I doubt Miss Bitters will be back because her voice actor passed away, God rest her soul. I really hope Professor Membrane comes back because he had some good moments in the show. But this, Invader Zim, Enter the Florpus, the hype! We don't know when it's going to be releasing, but if my theory is correct, next year is going to be a good year for things to be coming out. Because another thing, the next story, but we're not going to talk about that one yet. A lot of good stuff is happening in 2019. So my hope, I don't want to wait till 2019, but like I kind of want 2019 to be the big year. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe next year. We do have a poster for it, though. Again, link in the description. This movie teaser looks good. I'm excited. Now, let's all get together and enter the Florpus. And our final bit of story actually starts from something we got last month. Oh, hang on. Here's my Keyblade. So, last month, we had a few trailers at E3 for Kingdom Hearts 3. The first one showing off Frozen. Ooh. It doesn't look like a singing level, so that's good. We don't like singing levels. Sorry. Frozen, at the end of the trailer, it was revealed that Aqua had been Xehanorted, and that drove everyone wild, man. And this is leading up to something that happened at Comic-Con, but like, I want to talk about Kingdom Hearts still. I don't care. I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan. Anyways. And then we saw that Magic release date. We were promised to be in 2018, and the trailer from last year coming 2018. We saw the Magic release date, January 29th, 2019. You Square Enix. Anyways, no, I'm kidding. Whatever. Anyways. Then the next Frozen trailer, we see Remy from Ratatouille in like a minigame thing. And we see a carousel ride that can be used to hurt the enemies. Because a lot of the Disney park rides are like weapons to use now. Ooh. Oh, literally a Simba made out of fire.
Wow.
You know when people say that's fire? That actually is fire. Oh, and an ice Keyblade for the Frozen world that turns into like skis and like these weird things on the arms, like whoosh. Oh, and also you can ride Goofy's shield down like a snowy hill in the Frozen level. Oh, and we're getting like some. Apparently, Roxas is really important, and I'm excited for that. Like Roxas, my boy. You're not my favorite character, but like I'm excited. It's said to be, but like I don't care. They want Roxas to come back. They want, the bad guys want Roxas for some reason. Maybe they don't have 13 darknesses yet to fight the 7 lights of the good guys. No one who doesn't watch or play Kingdom Hearts will understand that. Pirate outfit for me. Is that he's in a pirate outfit. And we know where he went in Kingdom Hearts 2. You know where he went, right? You can say it. Say it. That's right, Pirates of the Caribbean. So we.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Richie.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you for a second.
Kingdom Hearts.
But with Undertale, you're in the shape of a heart, and whenever you die, it breaks. So, whenever Sans defeats you, wouldn't that make him a heartbreaker?
Kingdom Hearts reference in there, but I do like that joke. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, we're going to the Pirates of the Caribbean again. Oh, and in the second game, the graphics for Pirates of the Caribbean world look terrible. We all know it. They tried making live action look a video game. It was horrible. But that was two consoles. But that was 2 consoles ago. We're on PlayStation 3, baby, and it looks that Johnny Depp, Master Gibbs, all the characters, and when the ship is going over the sand in Davy Jones' locker, yes, because we're skipping the second movie, going straight to the third. We don't give no fucks. Anyways, this is beautiful. I saw this, and I was like, my heart is just like, pirates. We got to see Kairi in her full outfit and her talk with Lee or Axel, whatever you call him. I call him Lee because that's what he prefers, but he's a fictional character. I don't care. I don't give no fucks. Also, going back, looking at my notes for the Invader Zim movie, I just want to say Zim's home. Oh, there's actually fan art online of what the Keyblade would look like from an Invader Zim world. Ooh. Anyways.
I still wonder what it would be like if they had a Gravity Falls world. What the Keyblade would look like.
I'm wondering what the combat music would be. Maybe like a rock version, because there wasn't really a lot of combat music for that game, that show.